police are going to be able to tell you what there is out lurking in the woods. Now, because our scheduling is all completely messed up, we're now running 5 minutes late, but I'm very happy to pass you over to Matthew.
Thank you very much. Well, nice to see so many faces in the audience tonight. It's hard to get people on a Friday evening to come to these things, but thanks very much. I'm going to give you a world exclusive tonight. It hasn't been advertised because John was a bit worried that I might not turn up, so you'd all be here sort of going, oh, I paid for the world exclusive and he's not here. You are going to get something tonight that hasn't been done before, really, I don't think, in terms of crop circles, and it's certainly going to cause a few reverberations in the crop circle community, but I'm certainly known for that. So can everybody hear me okay? Yeah. Brilliant, okay. Right, the exclusive. I am going to do the undoable, the unspeakable tonight, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time. But due to legal reasons, which involve me being arrested in 2000 for making crop circles, I'm the only person in the United Kingdom to be arrested for making crop circles. And this came about by me wanting to tell people what was going on and telling them a little bit too much about things I was doing that were illegal. And when that happens, you do get the police turn up at your house, and 16 police officers came to my house and turned the place over, and I said, yes, I did indeed send the diagram of a circle I was going to make to Whitley Strieber in the United States, and he was meant to keep it secret, but he didn't, and then the police got involved, and that was that. I was arrested and thrust into the media spotlight as a circle maker, which wasn't known up to that point by most people, and now it allows me to talk a lot more about what circle making is. And since it was about 10 years ago, probably not much longer than we are now, we're on the sort of 10th anniversary of my arrest about now, and I thought I'd take things to the next level. So now, with 10 years between my arrest and when I stopped making circles, I thought I would tell you all the circles I've made up to 2000, because I think a 10-year gap is okay. I think I might be pushing my luck by doing this, but let's just see. I mean, the last time I got arrested, I got a 125 quid fine. That was for 2 circles, which I admitted to, the 7-fold star, which you'll see in a minute, and also the basket weave formation, which so a lot of people thought was just out there, could not be created by people. And I said, well, you know, I want to be remembered. If I don't make any more crop circles ever again, then I want to be remembered for a good one I did, not the 7-fold star. So I fessed up to the basket weave as well. Now, I don't think 10 years ago, everything back that far, back to 1992, I don't think anybody's actually going to really want to put a case together against me to criminally prosecute. I could be wrong, but then again, it does kind of backfire on these researchers. If they push the farmers and make the farmers want to arrest me, then it backfires on them, because it gets loads of publicity yet again for the fact that people are making the circles, which is what the researchers don't want you to think. The researchers want you to believe it's aliens making the circles. Now, so I'm going to throw the cat amongst the pigeons. So we haven't got much time. I've got about 30 minutes. I'm going to cram about, I think, 85 slides in, and I'm just going to very quickly go through some of them. The early ones are obviously not as complicated when I first started as the ones later on. There are going to be some circles in here that I've probably put 1 or 2 in here thinking, that was me, wasn't it? And it wasn't me that made that circle. It may be that I will be corrected on this by other teams that say, actually, Matt, that was not you. And I'm going to say, okay, that was one of the ones I was on the fence about. Because I've actually got a pretty bad memory. I have to go to the other circle makers to check facts a lot of the time, and you know, who was there in a circle when we were making it. I can't tell you. And you wouldn't believe how many times the circle makers that I've worked with have been really angry with me because I've not remembered that he was there and he was there, you know, and I can't remember exactly. Some of these formations, they look similar to each other, and I think I might have, one or two I might have picked the wrong ones, but let's move on. So first crop circle, Bishop's Cannings. I live in Bishop's Cannings, by the way. You're going to see Bishop's Cannings appearing a lot tonight. Yes, it's great if we take the lights down a bit, thank you. So, Bishop's Cannings, nothing too clever. And we'll just skip on really quickly. Low-res photos. Unfortunately, I had to take these off the internet. I didn't have good quality photos of these myself. So, these are coming off the internet. I mean, I've talked in previous lectures about doing crap, yes? This is crap, okay? This is to see whether people will take that seriously. You know, will the researchers like it or loathe it? And usually they get quite excited and interested by what it is, you know, and it's like, oh, look at the mysterious design. It's not like all the geometric ones. It's trying to tell us something different, you know. It's like, so generally the researchers will tend to embrace most crop circles as being real, unless they're specifically told in advance that they are man-made, in which case, of course, if you tell a researcher before you're going to make a circle that it's man-made, they go, yeah, that's crap. It looks nothing like the real ones. You see, so that's how that works. So if you keep it quiet, then all of these circles you're probably going to see tonight have been hailed as wonderful in some way, and they get better as they go along. So this is Waden Hill. This was an experiment to sort of see if they could decipher something out of the squiggles that we were creating. Would they actually be able to make something of this? And lots of people did have a go at it. I mean, I'm not going to go into exactly what they said, but yeah, a lot of people had a go at trying to decipher these things. But there's a lot of circles that aren't in this list tonight as well. The reason being is the internet hasn't got a proper catalogue of every single crop circle that's out there. There are some that it should be in there that are really good crop circles that I just can't find. One is called the Stingray. You won't see that in this list tonight. And it's a shame, but I tried to get as many as I could. I haven't managed to get all of them. And using visual records, I've probably missed a lot, because if they're not there, I kind of forget which ones they are. There's some which I'm missing. Okay, so we're going through simple circles here. I just wanted to give you an example that people in other parts of the country, this is not one of mine, but this is an example of just a squiggle in a field. But it's amazing that this is considered a crop circle. You know, there's just a little meandering squiggle in a field. This would be considered a crop circle. So, this one in East Kennet. This is rapeseed. This is early in the season when rape appears. Roundway. And as you can see, I'm just skipping along here, but this is going to be a record, which is going to be on the internet as well. So people will be able to reference back to what I'm saying here. I remember this one. It was kind of like, what do we do here? I don't know. Let's do a circle. Well, let's give it little antlers, and let's do a crescent, and let's just wander off, and let's make a galaxy. And I know, let's walk down the field and make a squiggle next to it that looks like it might not be something to do with the same circle, and then they'll get confused because that looks different to that. So when did they both appear? You know, and it's like just to get people talking and asking questions. But in the early days, I was doing squiggles a lot. So then, I think that is out of sequence. Now, why have I done that? I've done that for a reason. I have been part of teams that have done very impressive formations. Now, I will say that my standard of work is not the pièce de résistance of the crop circles that are out there. I'm not the best artist. I'm certainly not the worst artist, but I'm not the most adventurous artist. I would rather work on a team that's doing a very complicated design and work under the guidance of the team leader who's got the design and tells you, do that, do this, and you go off and you do it, rather than, you know, setting myself a massive task and having to execute the whole thing. I'm a little bit lazy. I like to do smaller circles that are less impacting. They don't take up so much size. They don't upset the farmer so much. I like to do those things because you can actually get some time to sit down as well and have a chat with people instead of having to work like as if it's a... I've got to be careful about saying military operation, you know, because people get upset when you say, like, you know, it was like a military operation, because of course there are people out there that say that, you know, I'm a government agent and the other circle makers are